Right, South Africa is facing one of the largest locust infestations in 25 years. Thousands of locusts have swarmed fields in the northern and western Cape, as well as the Karoo, destroying the vegetation there. For more on this, I'm joined by Entomologist Nolitha Skenjana. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. Farmers are under siege in various parts of the country, also including the Eastern Cape, from swarms of locusts. What do we know about the type of locusts and the life cycle of these locusts?
Good day, Mpoy, and good day to the viewers at home. The locust that is infesting fields or in outbreak levels in South Africa is the brown locust. Its life cycle, depending on environment, that is, if it is conducive or not, ranges from 56 days. It starts from the egg and then it becomes a nymph, a hopper, and an adult. What people normally experience or notice is the adult stage of the locust, which is the swarming one, the flying one. But it starts from being an egg.
It seems bizarre that this massive, siege comes after 25 years. Is this abnormal?
The cycles in which the locust becomes in outbreak levels in the Karoo starts from 7 to 11 years. Farmers and landowners in the Karoo, they know and they have worked and controlled the locust in those cycles. And in some instances, the locust even breaks that 7 to 11 years. What is new is that, for example, in the Eastern Cape, it has now moved to areas where it doesn't normally occur. For example, when you look at Sarabatman, we have found it now in Amakhanda district, where it doesn't normally occur. And in the Eastern Cape, it has also moved to Amatole district.
How destructive are these pests?
They destroy pastures. That is, their favorite food are grasses. That is your grazing land and even cereals such as maize. They have also been reported on vegetables and planted pastures.
The management part of it, which includes various amounts and doses of insecticides, are something that is of utmost importance in containing this. And we know that in some provinces, government has warned farmers about contractors who overspray. What sort of dosage is required here in terms perhaps of a ratio breakdown? And why is it so important to ensure that that ratio is adhered to?
The dosage that is allowed is 2.5 liters per hectare of the Sumi alpha. What happens is that before anybody participates in the spraying or the control of the locust, they must be sprayed. They must be trained by law. No one is supposed to spray the locust. Even if that person is a private contractor or is a private farmer who just wishes to spray in his farmland, that person must first be trained by the national department. The reason why we need people to be trained and actually to use the equipment that the national department is providing, it is because that equipment is already calibrated for the management of the locust and managing it economically and also in an environmentally friendly manner. So we make a call to farmers and to landowners. Even if you have equipment, you have bought your equipment, bring it to the training so that it can be calibrated well. And the chemical that you are using must be the chemical that government is using, so that we don't spoil our environment and we are unable to use it after the locust outbreak has ceased.
Yeah, and
yes.
No, pardon me. No, you can carry on.
So that is what we are doing, and we are also conducting awareness campaigns throughout the province so that our farmers can know what to do, what to expect, for example, to protect the water bodies such as wetlands, rivers and dams, because after the outbreak has ceased, we still need to use these water bodies. We also encourage taking care of our soil, because remember, if we pour too much chemical on our soil, it may actually kill the microbial bodies that are living in the soil, and we may not be able to use that soil as effectively as we were using it before we had poured that chemical in large amounts.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us there, Entomologist Nolitha Skenjana, speaking to us about the dangers of overspraying as farmers across various parts of the country are under siege from locust swarms. Of course, this could pose a serious risk to food security if unattended to.